I'm Jason Barr, and welcome to our high school football coverage here on KGUN 9. It is the final week of the regular season for the small schools. We'll get to that, but first, we're going to begin with the big dogs in Class 5A, 8-0 Desert View at Cienega. KGUN 9's Lindsay Dean is in Vail for tonight's game at the Bobcats. Lindsay.
It's senior night here at Cienega, but it may be a sophomore stealing the show, as Desert View's Jaylee Abraham is second in the state in both yards per rush and touchdowns. The Bobcats celebrated 24 seniors tonight, and they were fired up to play. Starting out hot with Julian Hanley passing deep to Aiden Billings on the opening drive, his 11th touchdown on the season. But it was back and forth all night as Jaylee Abraham shrugs off defenders before diving into the end zone. Jaguars up 14-12. Then the Bobcats get it again, but this time it's intercepted by Desmond Duwai, who runs it in for a pick six, 28-20. Hanley looking for some redemption here as he puts it up for Jaden Rogers, who manages to catch it over the defender's shoulders and get the touchdown to tie it 28-28. Less than a minute in the first half, and Vassal Vivaso throws it to Eric Barcelo for a touchdown. Desert View goes on to clinch the region for the first time since 1987. Lindsay Dean, KGUN 9.
All right, 70-35 the final there. Staying in the Southern Division and heading to the north side of town. Sunnyside visiting a Flowing Wells team looking to stop a two-game slide. We pick it up 28-0 for Flowing Wells at halftime. The Caballeros won their first 6 games to start the season, now trying to stop the bleeding. Okay, here is Alfredo Guzman. Alfredo going one way, going into the score, a 50-plus yard run. That puts Flowing Wells up, and the Caballeros go on to win tonight. Final score in this one is 43-0 over Sunnyside. All right, next up, Marana at Mountain View. It is the annual Battle for the Boot. Tigers quarterback Colt Meyer is second in the state in passing yards. We head now to the Mountain Lions Den for this rivalry game. KGUN 9 Marana reporter Madison Thomas has been covering the Tigers all season long, and she is there tonight. Madison.
Jason, these boots, or boot in this case, may be made for walking, but it's been a nearly 50-50 mix of running and passing that's led to Marana's 7-game winning streak.
Fans on both sides packing the stands for this crosstown rivalry. Let's start midway through quarter one. Tigers just scored a touchdown up 6-0, but not for long. On the ensuing kickoff, check out this return by Chris Nelson. He'll take it all the way, putting his team up 7-6. But the Tigers will be quick to respond. We know Meyer has an arm, and we see it here. Caught by Jackson Sharp. This TD and a 2-point conversion put the Tigers up 14-7. Now late second quarter, Tigers up 21-13. Meyer connects with Jesse Howell in the end zone and gives his team a 2-possession lead. Scores now 34-13, but Mountain Lion fans with something to cheer about early second half with a touchdown reception by Jason Pogue. But it won't be enough. The Tigers will hold on to the boot with the 48-20 win. Madison Thomas, KGUN 9.
All right, thank you, Madison. Next neighborhood, Midtown. A new playoff format might be Tucson High's best friend this season. We head to Gridley Stadium where the Badgers are hosting Ironwood Ridge, and our Midtown reporter Eddie Salaya has more of Tucson High's playoff chances. Eddie.
Thank you, Jason. Tonight's game here at Tucson High is a matchup of two teams trying to build two different things. For the Nighthawks of Ironwood Ridge, a win would go towards building momentum into next season. For Tucson High, a win would mean building more of a resume towards playing in the 5A state playoffs. Tonight's game was senior night. Star wide receiver Malachi Hiatzi Cunningham being recognized. You'll see more from him later this evening. And that's Xavier Montano shredding to his version of the national anthem. We'll pick the action up in the first quarter. Ironwood Ridge kicker Isaac Roanhouse blasts a long field goal to open up the scoring 3-0. Tucson High proved too much. Badger quarterback Derek Mesa throws up a jump ball for Hiatzi Cunningham, who plucks the ball out of the air between two defenders for the touchdown. The Badgers would go on to score often this evening, beating Ironwood Ridge 36-12. Eddie Salaya, KGUN 9.
I want to see more of that guitar. Thanks, Eddie. Next on Football Friday night, can Pueblo win its 6th straight game? We've got a reporter at Curly Santa Cruz Stadium, and we'll have highlights of Cochise County schools plus the Class 2A region crossover games. Next on KGUN 9. Right back at it now. We finish our Class 5A coverage with CDO at Buena. Moving to 5A, hasn't been so kind to CDO this year. The Dorados with a rare losing record. Cochise County reporter Alexis Ramanjulu is at Loveless Field in Sierra Vista. Alexis.
Jason, CDO is known for running the football, so the game plan for Buena tonight, get an early lead, forcing the Dorados to put the ball in the air.
It was senior night for the Colts. It was the Dorados who score first. Quarterback AJ Heimlich looking for someone who's open, and he hits Jaden Smith, who makes his way into the end zone, putting CDO up 7-0 early in the first quarter. Their lead didn't last very long. On the ensuing kickoff, the ball bounces off a Colt. It's picked up by Ricardo Brooks and returned 96 yards to the house to tie this game at 7. Buena fans had lots to cheer for this game, and on senior night here you'll see one of them, Michael Lujan, breaking through some tackles into the end zone, putting the Colts up 14-7. A lead they would not give up. The Colts win in their final home game of the regular season, 35-17. Alexis Ramanjulu, KGUN 9.
All right, Buena very much in the playoff picture there. Now let's move to Class 4A and Saguaro. The Cougars have been Southern Arizona's top 4A team this season. Tonight, taking it to Amphi, the Cougars ranked 3rd. Saguaro having a bounce-back season after missing the playoffs for a couple of years. Amphi looking for an upset tonight. All right, Cougars' Julian Perez running it in here. That makes it 7-0 Saguaro. They've been relying heavily on Perez. Yeah, Panthers trying to keep it close. Little defense here from Amphi. Isaac Williams bats it down. That's going to force a punt, but Saguaro goes on to win this game. Final score, shutout fashion, 42-0. Next, we go to the south side for Pueblo hosting Saurita. Love that aerial view there. The Warriors have gone on a 5-game winning streak ever since Vanessa Gongora started covering them. Well, she was at Curly Santa Cruz Stadium tonight, Vanessa.
Jason, Pueblo needs to win its final 2 games and get a little outside help in order to make the playoffs. After winning 5 games in a row, the Warriors are hyped to take on the 4-4 Sahuarita Mustangs. First quarter, after a few drives, still no score. Mustangs third down. It's handed to William Thwaites, and Pueblo's big man Eric Mercado is there to take him down. Next play, Sahuarita's going for it on 4th, but look who's back. Mercado with the sack on Dane Hartnett. Warriors couldn't make anything happen. Now Mustangs third down. Hartnett runs left and connects with Javen Jones, and down the sideline he goes. A few Warriors take him down by the 25. In the second half, Sahuarita is up 13-0, but Warriors still have life left in the 4th quarter. QB Roman Othello looking downfield, lets this baby fly, and it's caught by Aaron German for the 35-yard touchdown, 13-7 Sahuarita. Mustangs turnover on downs. Warriors, Othello just has a loose cannon tonight. Hitting his targets, this time Andre Rodriguez, which leads to a TD by Jeremiah Sandoval. Warriors win 14-7. Here's Roman Othello after the game.
Pueblo could ball. We're not just here to just lose every single time. We're here to ball.
Vanessa Gongora, KGUN 9.
All right, now let's head to Class 2A. In the first ever region crossover games to finish out their regular season, it has teams going up against an equal in the standings, and it gives Palo Verde, which has had its first winning season since 2009, a home game against Benson tonight. A Titans win, and they could be playoff bound. They come into this game winners of 5 straight. All right, this is Titans assistant coach Keith Smith Jr. He found out during last week's game that his brother passed away. His brother was a police officer in Texas. Well, officers in Texas wear cowboy hats on duty, so tonight several Palo Verde fans wore cowboy hats during the game. It was to honor Coach Smith. All right, as for the game, Benson QB Dawson Judd beats the blitz and finds his man Janto for the touchdown there. The game's opening drive, and they lead 7-0. Palo Verde looking to answer on 3rd down. Jackson Tyson keeps it himself and then tries to do too much. The Bobcats' Wayne Stark takes it out of the air and then takes it back the other way. Just like that, it's 14-0 Benson. But Tyson is going to make up for it. Touchdown pass here to Gus Brungart. Benson goes on to win big tonight, 56-6. They're in the playoffs next week. But Palo Verde, nothing to hang their heads about. A terrific turnaround season likely ends with a 6-4 record. Okay, now let's head to Tanque Verde. Also 2A, 8-1 Wilcox, the 7-2 Hawks. Battle of first place teams. The Hawks looking for its first ever region title. Direct snap to Cooper Payne. That makes it 7-0 Tanque Verde. Jeff Bolno's team is good this year. He's got something special there on the east side. and it is going to be Tanque Verde's Anthony Torgerson rushing it in for the touchdown here. Hawks win 42-14. They get their first region title and are headed to the playoffs.